You started as the voice in 1980, right? So that would have been right after the bum firing. Is
Yeah, we had the Ed Biles years where things didn't go too well, and then who came in next? Was it well? Chuck Studley then took over as the interim coach, and then they went to Hugh Campbell, and that didn't quite work out because they thought by bringing Hugh Campbell in they'd be able to get Warren Moon, and that did turn out to be a fact. And then it was Jerry Glanville.
what was Jerry like? That had to be quite interesting.
How much time do you have? And
Do a
are
whole
we going to
show on
violate
that,
it?
right?
Yeah. There was one night he was very superstitious, even in the preseason. If the ball club had won the previous game, we would do the pregame interview. If it'd be on the field and they won, we do it on the field the next week. If it was in the dressing room and they won, it, it would be in the dressing room. So we're playing the Dallas Cowboys in that annual preseason game, right? So I'm looking for Glanville to do the pregame interview before I go up to the booth to call the game. And I'm looking all over for him. And they say, well, Jerry's sick. He wants you to come into the coach's dressing room. So I go into the coach's dressing room, and all the lights are off. He is laying on the floor under about 3 blankets, and he wants me to kneel down as we do this interview because he's so sick. So we do the interview. And then, like James Brown in the old routine where he'd throw off the cloak he was wearing and then come back to the stage and continue the song, Glanville throws off the 3 blankets and then goes out to coach. You know, it was, to me, a little bit of drama. Then in the regular season, playing the Cleveland Browns at Old Municipal Stadium. Now, I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree, okay? We're coming out of the dressing room, and we're going to do the interview on the field in the end zone because they had won the previous week, and we did the interview on the field in the end zone. So now we're walking out down steps and back up the dugout steps to go out on the field. It finally comes to my attention that there's a dozen police officers following us. And now we're in the end zone in the middle of a circle of 12 policemen. And I said, Jerry, what's going on here? He says, well, there's a death threat against me. He shows me a bulletproof vest he's wearing. And I'm supposed to do this pregame interview with his Yahoo as we're surrounded by a dozen police officers. He would go around and leave tickets in New York for the Phantom of the Opera or tickets for Elvis when we played a preseason game in Memphis. He was a piece of work.
Yeah, he fit pretty well in with the Lad Herzig and and Bud Adams and that whole crew.
You're listening to Houston Sports Talk.